Hey, you guys. So I rested, took a nappy after my nap. Uh, Made one of my favorite things. It's a Southern Tier, New York Southern Tier farm girl thing, boiled potatoes and green beans. I just freaking love it. So anywho, um, oh, today has been lot, a lot of, I don't know if it was anxiety or excitement. Those two things are vibrate exactly the same, by the way. So we should check ourselves. Um, when we're thinking we're anxious, we might actually be excited. We have a lot to go over today. Anywho, so let me finish what I was saying. I've been feeling funky all day long, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Because I don't ever feel any kind of way around my birthday. And Spirit says, well, there's a planet coming out of retrograde on the 4th, which is my birthday. And it is Jupiter. I left my paper across the room. That's okay. Jupiter, luck, growth, increased abundance. It has been in retrograde since October 6th, I think, of last year of 2024. Oh, entertainment purposes only. And it is coming out of retrograde. The astrology doesn't lie, folks. Good things are to come. Excuse me. So let's try to keep our focus on that. The outcome, not the how or the when. We're going to try and get some roundabout when. We're mostly going to work with the pendulum tonight, by the way. We are going to answer some questions. First up, first thing I want to get to here. Let me move my pendulum board. First thing I want to get to is people asking about timelines. Okay, so I, I drew a diagram. Uh-oh. Hopefully you can. That was a stone falling into in my glass jar. Hopefully I'll make some kind of sense. Okay, so I want to show you mixed realities where we were. So where it's green, it's green there, it's green here, a little bit green there. So we all started here with mixed realities, and sometimes we are still there. Not so much anymore. Okay. So this is us, the blue. This is us, light energy. Choo choo, here we go. Riding that ascension train. Okay. And here's the dark, dense, heavy energy running kind of parallel. We can see it. Sometimes they dip into us, and sometimes they stay, and sometimes they go back here, and sometimes we go back here into the dark, dense, heavy energy. And then, but we're like, oh my God, that feels awful. We don't like that there. And then we come back this way, back into the light energy. See, and at some point, and it's never straight. I could have spent all day drawing different directions for the paths, right? But I wasn't trying to go there. So this is us veering off from the dark, dense energy. And at some point, we just we just won't even interact with one another anymore. This is shifting timelines when some of the dark, dense, heavy energy begins their ascension, begins their reawakening, and they come join us. Okay. This is where, okay, here we are. We're on the light side of the energy, and something happens, and boom, we switch timelines, go right back to the heavy energy. But most of us, we don't like it. Some of us stay there, but most of us, we don't like the way that feels. So we go back this way. And when we're going back this way, back into the light energy, we're bringing more dark, dense, heavy energy with us. We're bringing those people with us, and they're on their own ascension path. But I want you to know, all right, Pause the camera if you need to, or pause the video if you need to. Screenshot that bad boy. Hopefully you can read it. But anywho, so lost my train of thought, of course. That's what a timeline is. It's very simple, but it's always swerving and mingling and with the other energies. But we're pulling out of that, and it's my belief that light workers, people carrying light energy, have tipped the scales. Okay, they've tipped the scales, and we're more dug in. I guess is this phrase I want to use. We're more dug in. We're more dug into. I have to look on my computer on this timeline. We're more dug into it. Okay. Sometimes we're going to go back to the other every now and then, but even that will end. All right. So what does that have to do with Jupiter in retrograde? Well, Jupiter in retrograde and in the other alignments, and I can't tell you those. You have to go visit Dana at the Magic of Somatic Money. Okay, for that she explains it in layman's terms, understandable terms. But it has a lot to do with shifting timelines because now we're out of that backwards motion of Jupiter, which would be lack of luck or pointing out where we need to work on ourselves for luck or prosperity or abundance to come to us. So that's shifting a timeline right there. All right. So we're doing fine. We're on the ascension train. All right. We're okay. And don't be worried about going back into a different timeline, into a heavier timeline. That's what we do. We're human. We're not at the point where we're just going to not interact with the dark, dense energies. We're just not there yet. We will be. Okay, so we have some questions. We have several actually. All right. Oh my goodness, you guys. Someone was asking about the 3 days of darkness. Okay, I'm going to read a little of this, but if you put that in your Google or well, whatever search engine, but if you put it in your YouTube search engine, you'll see videos of it. Okay, and some of the videos are based in deeply in the Catholic faith or deeply with people. People are making the videos that are deeply rooted in the Catholic faith, and there's nothing wrong with that. I can't do organized religion. I grew up with that hardcore, and I don't conform well. You think? So, all right, a little bit about the 3 days of darkness. It's a concept within the Catholic faith referring to a prophecy that foretells a period of 3 days and nights where the entire earth will be shrouded in complete darkness, with only light coming from blessed candles. It is often interpreted as a sign of divine judgment and a call to repentance, though the church considers it a private revelation and does not mandate belief in it. Okay, now we're going to use the pendulum and ask about it. And you can't really trust the Catholic Church now, can you? Because there's a lot of stuff that they know that they're not sharing because it would change the world and it would really screw them up. Yeah, they wouldn't be the power anymore. And again, I have nothing against the Catholic faith, but I don't agree with a lot of the things that are hidden. I don't agree with many of them, and I understand why. But sometimes you got to let the truth out, guys. Truth has to be told. Okay, what else? So that's that. 3 days of darkness. So let's ask the pendulum about the 3 days of darkness, okay? Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. Angels, guides, ancestors only. We are protected by a bubble of white light. Nothing harmful can come to us. Deep breaths, you guys. Can you let us know you're here? Rephrase. Okay. Can you show us the energy? Thank you. Clear, please. Will you show us a yes? Thank you. Clear, please. Will you show us a no? Thank you. Clear, please. Can you show us a maybe? Thank you. Clear, please. Can you show us a rephrase? Thank you. Okay. Let me see. Are the 3 days of darkness, according to the Catholic faith, going to happen ever? No. Okay, thank you very much. We'll get back to some more questions in a minute. All right. All right. We actually don't have that many questions from you guys, but we have some that came up for me. Well, I should say some that Spirit gave me to ask for you guys. Okay. But we're gonna start with you guys. You guys. We're gonna start with your questions. We have a question. If there were nearly 3 million new registered voter ballots thrown out because they were quote unquote too late to register, is that true? Is that true? That is a yes. Thank you. Clear, please. That's not a big shock. I think we're past that, the vote thing. I don't think that's, I think other things are going to. So let's ask, is the vote recount going to be part of the reason that F. Rump gets arrested? That's a very light yes. Are you sure? Okay, so if it's a light yes, I'm thinking, I'm being told actually that that's a small piece of it. All right. Um, will F. Rump be impeached? No. But don't worry, you guys. We have more questions concerning that type of thing. Okay. Was the Space Cadets Starlink directly related to the plane crashes in PA and Washington? Okay, no, and that's what it's been saying. Okay, so were the plane crashes directly related to F-Rump removing FAA personnel? Yeah, one overworked person in the control room. Clear, please. Was it because of one overworked person in each control room? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Have there been reports recently of F. Rump destroying documents or evidence of the J6 investigations? That's a yes. Thank you. Clear, please. Did Jack Smith keep a copy of his part one and part two reports? Don't be shy, you guys. Make that thing go. There you go. Thank you. Can you do that every time, please? I would appreciate it. So that's a yes for him keeping a copy of part one and part two. I don't know if that's legal, but he did it. Okay, I'm being told that that was okay because of where he went. He went straight to The Hague. Okay. Did President Biden's Department of Justice, his Department of Justice, give him a copy of part two of the Jack Smith report? Yes. Thank you. Okay, so just to clear it up, I mean, and this is just for me, I can't speak for anybody else. When I hear impeachment, I know what it is. Like, okay, somebody in the government gets charged with something. So I printed out what an impeachment is. It is a charge of misconduct made against the holder of a public office, a charge of treason or another crime against the state. It is the action of calling into question the integrity or validity of something. Okay. I don't think they're going to need to impeach. I don't think he's going to be in there. So let's ask him some, not mundane, but questions. Let's get the questions that are kind of random out of the way. Okay. Has F. Rump ever seen our psychic predictions? I don't know. Thank you. That's a no. Well, let me ask it a different way. Does F. Rump know about the psychic community's predictions about him? No, he's not paying attention. That's good. Okay, is are any of the social securities or veterans benefits, school lunch programs, any of those programs going to be taken away? No. Thank you. I want to tell you about a vision I had. I had a vision of military personnel. They weren't arresting Ephraim, but obviously he had been arrested. They were arresting people on the Senate floor or in the House. I can't. It was the big room, where they hold the meetings. Yeah, words escape me, you guys. Please be patient. They were physically removing these people. So and so, you're under arrest for blah 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 blah. And then Hegseth Cannon. Those were two names I was given. Physically removing F. Rump's placements. It was pretty wild. I was enjoying it, to be honest with you. Okay, let me cross off the things we've done already. Timeline shifts, we did that. 3 days of darkness did that. Okay, let's talk about the power grid, the loss of power. Because I was asking about my city that I live in. Okay, I live in it's considered Western New York, but it's Northeast. I live in the Northeast, Western New York, near very, very like Lake Ontario is literally 8 miles from me, 9 miles. So on a good day, you can see Toronto across the lake. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about the martial law first, you guys, and then we'll get to the power grids. Okay, the question is, First off, will martial law be called the Earth Week and Year of February 3rd, 2025? That's a yes. Thank you, Spirit Team. Will F. Rump call martial law? No. Thank you. Clear, please. Will President Biden call martial law? Thank you. Clear, please. Will the military call martial law? Yes. So yes for President Biden and yes for the military. Um, oh, it's going now. Thank you. All right, let's talk about power grids. All right. Will power grids go down in the United States in the same week that we talked about, February 3rd, 2025? Okay, that's a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Clear, please. Will it be because Canada revokes the energy that they give to us? Yes, thank you. Clear, please. Will it last more than 24 hours? No, thank you. Clear, please. All right, now I'm going to ask about my city. I'll let you guys know where I live, apparently. Will Rochester, New York lose power this week we talked about, February 3rd, 2025? No. Okay, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I did some research. Will every city lose power in the week February 3rd, 2025? No. Thank you. Will only the cities and towns that receive power from Canada lose power? Yes. Okay, I'm going to tell you why because Spira was talking to me about that. First, they asked me to ask the question about Rochester. Okay, so no in Rochester. And I looked up why. Because Canada does not give Rochester any power. We have the Genesee River. It is a massive river, and it is how we one of the ways, other than wind, and also they said like they get energy from cow poopy. Okay, for for lack of a better term, but they we make our own energy when wind turbines and such. So that's why we're not going to be affected. So if you want to know if you're going to be affected, look it up. Search engine that. If your city or town gets their power from any of their power from Canada, okay? Because and I'll tell you why. I almost bought a generator, and that's not a bad idea for the future. But I was asking what I need before I spent the money. I'm like, because I was having a funny feeling about it, and I asked Spirit, should I spend the money on the generator? They said no. And then they said ask the question about power in Rochester. So I asked, and again they said no, we're not going to lose power. Okay, so let's talk about the internet. Will the internet be disabled the week February 3rd, 2025? Yes. Thank you. Clear, please. Will it be disabled for more than 24 hours? No. They need to get the security back up. They need to secure everything. They need to secure that. Okay. What else? I have something on the back. Look and see if any of your power. Yeah, right. So I said that. You know what I was thinking? I was watching a movie. Well, I haven't watched it in a long time, but it came to mind. That movie, Elizabeth. I love that movie because I love Kate Blanchett. Not a promotion. I love her so much. and she's gorgeous. And she was so good in that movie. But that movie was like so true to the way it really is for people in power. People in power are in danger. Period, point blank. I'm not going to show you the board. I'm not going to mess with the camera, but let's ask about Ephraim if he's in danger. Because we asked that, I think, a video tour ago and a video or two ago, and it was a yes. Is Ephraim's life in danger from one of his MAGAs? Yes, clear, please. Will there be another attempted assassination? No. Is a MAGA planning an assassination? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I should put it up here, you guys. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, for the planning. Will the assassination never come to pass because he will be arrested already? That's a pretty good yes. Okay. That's that. If I think of anything else, I will ask. Let's pick our cards. Let's see what lies beneath. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's why I was feeling funky because Jupiter's coming out of retrograde. And if you remember right, we feel funky when Mercury starts coming out of retrograde. And then we have a 3 week shadow. So things are going to be better. Okay, but there's still going to be stuff that needs to be cleared up. Right, I forgot to ask about Ephraim. Some straightforward questions about Ephraim. Let's do that. I guess I'm gonna put this down again after all you guys. You see that? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna ask some of the same questions that our beautiful mystic shadows ask. Okay. Is Ephraim going to be arrested the week of February 3rd, 2025? Yes. Clear, please. Is the space cadet already arrested? No. Okay, thank you. Clear, please. Is this, and that doesn't mean Mystic Shadows is wrong, because sometimes our guides do just deal in final outcomes, right? Okay, is the space cadet going to be arrested the Earth year, week and year of February 3rd, 2025? Thank you. Clear, please. Will Ephraim have a major health crisis having to do with his heart because of this arrest? There it is. It just takes my guys a while. Okay, thank you. Clear, please. Is this why Ephraim will never go to jail or prison? Yes, thank you. Clear, please. Clear, please. Thank you. Will the space cadet be deported to another country and be convicted of crimes there? Yes. Thank you. Clear, please. I don't know. They're a little happy about that. Okay. Thank you, Spirit Team. Um, will the space cadet spend time in jail or prison in a foreign country other than the United States? Yes, thank you. Clear, please. Clear, please. Will President Biden and Kamala Harris be back in the White House acting as president and vice president Earth week and year of February 3rd, 2025? Yes. Thank you. If I think any more, I'll let you know. We'll go have at it, okay? Hmm. Alrighty. I don't know. I'm being directed to pull for President Harris first and President Biden. So let's do President Biden first. Where's our bunnies? Our lucky bunnies. We have the world on the bottom and the Two of Cups, partnerships. You guys see that? There you go. Partnerships, new beginnings, end of one cycle, beginning of another. Okay. Wish granted. Nine of Cups. President Biden's energy, please. Highest, highest good. Clear and precise messages. Two of Pentacles, balancing. Balancing. Okay, so when he's back in the chair, he's going to be balancing a lot of things. He's going to be doing a lot of work. He's going to be finding a balance because he knows and he's as prepared as he can be, but you could never be prepared for something like that being literally that would be an example of shifting timelines. I can see him. He's sitting in the chair, and whoop, there he goes. Boom. He's sitting in the chair behind the desk in the Oval Office. That is shifting a timeline. And we have the Queen of Cups. And I'm still trying to learn how to distance my cards with the new camera. Queen of Cups. Nurturing. He's back in the chair. I do have some questions to ask the pendulum, and I really don't want to. I really don't. But I'm going to because you deserve to know in case you haven't seen Mystic Shadows. I haven't seen her newest one yet. I don't like to watch them. I don't watch them until after I make a video. Page of Pentacles. News about the votes. News about the real president. Four of Wands. Happy home, happy family. Three of Wands. So Two of Wands is making a decision. Three of Wands is taking action on that decision. Seven of Swords is steel. Everything I say is allegedly or alleged. The steel. If I was doing a Celtic cross, that would be the underlying reason. Queen of Pentacles. That is President Harris, the Queen of Votes. Justice. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, new actions being taken. Seven of Cups can be about confusion or it can be about being overwhelmed, but it also can be about many choices, making it like having many choices. Bunny doesn't look too upset to me. He looks more like he's dreaming. Like he's dreaming about what he wants to do. And we have the Knight of Wands. That's my ICC, my Hague, my NATO card. Taking action. I forgot to ask that, didn't I? Don't remember. Eight of Pentacles, hard at work. He knows. Five of Swords. He's correcting this issue. The winning at any cost, the other person winning at any cost. But it can also be about President Biden saying, all right, we're going to do this. We're just going to make this happen. And the Star. Hope, faith, renewal. Wish upon a star. Okay. Let's see what President Harris is feeling like today. Highest counsel, highest good. Clear and precise messages, please. President Harris's energy. Two of Cups. Is that partnership again? That was on the bottom of the bunny deck for President Biden. King of Sword. Bringing the truth. Okay, so obviously she would be the first woman president. So that card speaks to me, the King of Swords speaks to me as that is like it's a masculine position. And it just is. I didn't create that. I don't agree with that, but that's the way it has been. So that would be her position. She would be the queen. She does carry masculine energy, you guys. She really does. I know I keep looking at my computer. I can't help it. It's a habit. She carries masculine energy. Action is a masculine energy. Physical action. Intellectual action is a feminine energy. So that's why I feel the King of Wands or King of Swords fits for President Harris right now in this reading. And she's going to be juggling stuff too. Two of Pentacles. They often get the same cards. They're on the same wavelength. The Moon. Things are no longer hidden. The truth is coming out. It's this. Six of Swords. She won the battle. Swords, truth, clarity. She won the battle. Now she can walk away from the drama and the anger and the resentment and the chaos. And she can remove it. Double. She's let go. She's there's in the when we first started doing these readings, she was upset. Of course she was. She was upset. So that despair that she was feeling, because it was despair, that despair that she was feeling was keeping her tied to this fake outcome. So she's let go of this fake outcome. And finally, we're going to end this. I like ending them on good, on nice cards, positive cards, justice. Got justice for President Biden too? Yay. Okay. Excellent. Now, let me gather up my bunnies, make room. Oh my goodness. Okay, what lies beneath? Pendulum stuff first. Pendulum stuff. Okay. Will Kamala Harris become president in the Earth month of February, Earth year 2025? Yes. Will Joseph Biden be president in the Earth year or Earth month of February, Earth year 2025? Thank you. Will President Biden get to see Kamala Harris inaugurated as the President of the United States? No. Okay. Will Kamala Harris be inaugurated as the President of the United States in the Earth year of 2025, Earth month, March? Okay. Yes. Thank you. All right. Here's the hard one. Will President Biden pass away in February of 2025? That's a yes. Oh my goodness. Oof. All right. Get myself together here. That's why I didn't want to ask that question. That's a hard one. All right. So let's see what lies beneath you guys. There we go. Okay. Hmm. Can't see. Okay. Shuffle one more time. Highest counsel. Eyes good. Clear, precise messages. What is hidden? What lies beneath this situation of arrests? Game over. Oh my God. I love these cards so much. I can't even explain it to you. Ooh, let me see. Game over. Beautiful. Keeping a promise. That would be President Biden and President Harris keeping their promise. I am also picking up that whatever promise Ephraim made to the Russian Tsar, can't keep that. He's too busy promoting his own foolishness. Doesn't care about what he owes somebody else. I guess we're taking that one. In their field. Okay. So I'm hearing the audacity. The audacity. How dare you? Don't you know who I am? They're in their fields, all right. This is Ephraim and his second wife. I'm sorry, how many wives he had? Okay, we'll call it his extra wife. I don't pay attention how many times somebody was dumb enough to marry him. Um, yeah, this is him and his extra wife, the space cadet. I think the honeymoon's over, you guys. Once upon a time. Tired of drama. That would be all of us. Not the haters, but that would be a, like I said, there's so many more of us light workers than there are heavy energies. And I want to clear something up. We're all human beings. And when we die, we're all going to end up in the same place. That's my belief. We're all headed there. We're just taking different paths to get there. Just because these people are going to live on the dark side or choose the dark side doesn't mean that they're bad people. And that they're still human beings, right? They're still human. We're learning from them. We're learning what we don't want. Putting on a show, you think? We know who that is. Everything is about presentation, but not in the prompt or the not in the positive way. All about presentation, how it makes him look. Emotional intelligence, and not him. We asked what was beneath the situation with the arrest. Emotional intelligence. Falling apart, falling into pieces. I think that explains itself. We already know that's happening. It's been happening. Fulfilling a fantasy. That is it. Oh, that is it right there. That is what he's doing. fulfilling a fantasy. Lady G said, and I just resonated so much, and it's a thought I've had. We're talking about someone with dementia or some type of cognitive issues that have taken off. Who is a narcissist? Holy smokes. Dangerous combination. And he's just PO'd at everything and everyone. If you are breathing, he does not like you. And if you breathe in his vicinity, he will make sure that you pay for that. Knowing they messed up. We're going to have to say that that is some of the MAGAs. And it's definitely some of the great Republicans. Oops, look what we did. What were we thinking? Caution. So I feel like that's a message for us. Oh, someone emailed me today and spoke about how they separate themselves from the drama. And they talked about doing it, taking on a bystander role. Yes, you see it. Yes, you react to it. Yes, you know it's there. You're not in denial about it, but you maintain the spectator role. That's why we're always talking about keep it in the moment. What are you doing right now? What do you need to, what do you want to do next? Um, Focus on the moment, focus on your kids, your grandkids, your partners, yourself, your self-care. Focus on those things. Keep it in the moment. Be the bystander. Watch this stuff go down like you're watching a movie. Watch it go down like you're standing way up on a balcony, on the balcony of a building, and you're looking down at what's going on down below you. You're the bystander. Yes, you're going to have emotions, but if you can maintain being the bystander, then those emotions just, yeah, you feel them, and they're gone. They dissipate. That's what and thank you for that. You know who you are, sweetie. Um, that's why I'm always talking about looking stuff right in the eye, stuff we don't want to deal with. Looking it right in the eye, allowing ourselves to feel whatever it is we're feeling. And there it goes. It dissipates. It just goes. It doesn't hang around unless we're latching onto it. So we latch onto that stuff with fear. Ego-based fear and fear-based ego. We don't need our egos anymore. We don't have to have those anymore. We develop them to keep us safe. But we don't need them anymore. We need to replace those egos with faith and trust. Guide, if you, I question the pendulum. It's not the pendulum, it's just my guide speaking through the pendulum. I question it. But at the end of the day, it's never let me down. Even when it said that he wasn't going to get inaugurated or that thing wasn't going to happen for him. Okay, again, he didn't win the election, so therefore he didn't get inaugurated. That's just the way it is. So the pendulum didn't lie, it dealt in final outcomes. So there, raspberries, trash, thrown away, getting rid of, tossing out. Can't get much clearer than that. Knowing they messed up. There is a part of that man that knows he's messing up. And I feel I was just given the word self-destruct. He's on the path to self-destruction and he's doing it on purpose because he's miserable. And he doesn't know how to not be miserable. He's hopeless. He feels hopeless in their feels. He feels hopeless. Hater. Don't need to Explain that one. Yep. I have to cover up that word. That three-letter word starts with an S and ends in an X. Okay? That's him too. Molester, rape, RAP. You know what I'm talking about. He did those things. Check yourself. So that's for us. We just have to keep checking on where we're at emotionally. Are we sitting in the muck and the mire? Are we focusing on that person instead of on the person that we prefer? Bank failure. He's losing it all, and so's the other one. Let's ask the pendulum without the bat, not the board, okay? Here we go. Are the space cadets' assets going to be frozen by somebody in the government? Yes, thank you. Clear, please. Are the space cadets' satellites going to be seized? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Clear, please. Will harsher security measures, tighter security measures be taken to secure our satellites? Yes, thank you. Just checking you guys. All right, let's get the other deck, the role play deck. Who's playing what role? Companion, fire breathing legend, dragon rider. And don't I get a picture of Tim Walls riding in on that dragon? Substitute, replacement, impersonator, scapegoat. Okay, then we could work this card in a lot of ways. So when I heard replacement and scapegoat, what I heard was, what I was told was President Biden, President Harris, and the Democratic Party have been the scapegoats. Okay. And I'm not saying the Republican Party has never been the scapegoat because they have. But this is what he focuses on. How the heck are you going to blame President Biden for plane crashing? He wasn't sitting in the chair, buddy. You were. That's completely on you. Get me started. All right. Dwarf, strength, mining, solidarity, craftsmanship, underground. Solidarity is the word we're poking out with there. There we go. Is that a little better? Puppet, as usual. Get this one every time. They're all three of them are puppets. F Rump, Space Cadet, and Rufus. They're all puppets. They just don't know it. Meditate, focus, profound. This is our role to meditate and focus. This is our role as light workers. Thinker. Ghost, spirits, apparition, haunting, paranormal. Yeah, that's Ephraim, not long for this world. And the ghost of, you know what else? Thank you, Spirit. The ghost of his reign of terror. It would be a memory. Remember that we need to remember. The chosen one. You can't make this stuff up. Destiny, prophecy, selected, mission, prodigy. All she is, all those things. President Harris is all those things. The chosen one. It's a beautiful thing, people. Envoy. Diplomacy, ambassadors, delegation, negotiation. That is all of the 3 and 4 letter acronym organizations that are going to take care of this problem. Ambassadors, delegation, invaders, intruders, conquerors, aggressors, occupiers, marauders. That's the Russians are. Got his nose in everybody's business. Primitive human, ancient, primordial, rustic, instinct. So what this card tells me is that because all of this is so unprecedented, that we're starting fresh, we're starting new. New world. Thank you, Spirit. New world. One more. Buddhist meditation, Zen serenity. So another reminder for us to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Keep ourselves together. This is coming. Orange juice, guys. That's that. I hope that you have a wonderful morning, day, or evening. And we'll talk again. See you in the funny papers. Much love and many blessings.